Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Steven. Welcome back. In this video, I want to do a review on Mango Language's Spanish program Flamenco Dancing. Right? Mango Languages has a program dedicated to learning about vocabulary with a theme of flamenco dancing. Right? And it's under the Spain program. Usually like a lot of their programs are geared more towards Latin American Spanish, but this particular program is geared more towards the Spanish of Spain, Castellano, Castilian. All right. And I'll say when I initially started this program, I wasn't really excited about it. Honestly, I was just like, whatever. But I did the program because it was short. That's what initially drew me to it. And I was like, well, it's not too long, so I don't have to dedicate like a lot of time to it. Like if I don't like it, then it's not too much time wasted. But I did end up liking and enjoying it, actually. I just wish that there were some photos or some like visual aids, especially in this program. Probably just in Mango in general, but especially in this particular program, the Flamenco Dancing. And I believe Mango does have like movies too. But I kind of wish, for this particular lesson and, some of their other lessons that, photos, visual aids were included. But despite that, I really enjoyed doing this program. I did learn some things that I didn't know before I did this program, so that's pretty, good, right? It's always good to learn something, especially if you're interested in the subject, which is Spanish, which is something that I'm really interested in. I can just go through maybe a few vocabulary words that I learned, like zapateo, which is flamenco footwork performed by men. So, pretty much what the men do, right? And taconeo, flamenco footwork performed by women, right? Coming from tacones, los tacones, right? Are los tacones, which means, heels, high heels. And zapateo, coming from the word zapato, or zapatos, which means, shoes, right? Cantaores, or cantaor, which is a flamenco singer. Let's see. Castanuelas. This is castanets. Castanuelas. Inye. And while you're doing the program, they give you like these really interesting cultural notes, in the program. I'm not sure if they gave too many, well, they did give a grammar note, at least one, which, a few actually, I think. They did give a few grammar notes too. But the cultural notes were pretty interesting because they kind of talk about flamenco dancing, and also in the program they mention Camarón de la Isla, which is a very famous person in flamenco, in the field of flamenco music, which I didn't know about until I did this program, right? And as far as the grammar note is concerned, they talk about, the endings, at least one of the endings, rather, A-D-O, well, I should just say A-D-O, right? Kind of like, for example, like, hablado, cantado, bailado. Right, that ending, ado. They talk about that ending in a grammar note, right? Their stealth grammar, as they put it. And in this, they sort of let you know that some Spanish speakers, they turn the ado into ao. So some Spanish speakers to say hablao instead of hablado, you know, are cantao instead of cantado, you know, bailao instead of bailado. Some Spanish speakers do that. Typically more of a southern thing, a southern Spanish thing. Also, I know that happens in the Caribbean as well. And probably some other places too, but I know those places specifically. You know, another Spanish word that I learned was un tablao, which means a flamenco venue. And of course, there's a lot more vocabulary too. But you know, those are just some of like the words that really stick out, and the words that are really specific to flamenco, right? And the Spanish flamenco, well, Mango Languages Spanish flamenco themed program is about 5 lessons in total, really 4. You know, the 5th lesson is extremely short. It's like a few slides, so really like 4 lessons pretty much. You know, you could probably do this, depending on how you pace yourself, probably within a couple of hours at the most, really. Especially if you're really well versed in Spanish, you can speed through a lot of this, really. You know, because some of the vocabulary that they go over is a bit like Mango Languages does the program in a way that if you're a beginner, they kind of still, like, you can do this program if you're a beginner, right? But if you're more advanced, then for me personally, I think some things you can skip over, like Chico, right? You're like, I think, you know, I think I know what Chico means, right? Hermano, hermana, you know. But when it comes to, you know, the flamenco vocabulary, that's when I definitely am like, type, you know, taking down my notes. So I think like both, you know, beginners, intermediate, and advanced, you know, students of Spanish can get something from the program, you know. Again, I wasn't extremely excited when I first did it, but I really did enjoy the program, you know, and I did learn some things from the program that I didn't know before I did the program. So that's always a plus. You know, if you know, looking for, you know, some Spanish to learn, you know, perhaps you don't want to dedicate, you know, feel like you have to do the whole thing, because sometimes when you start things, some people kind of feel like they want to follow through with it. Well, you know, that's a personal thing, but this particular program, since it's not really long, it's like, okay, if you do invest in it, you're not investing too much time into it, you know. If you do feel the need to finish what you started, well, you can do that without dedicating too much time to doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinion of the situation. You know, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think. And, you know, see you in the next video. Until then, adios and goodbye for now.